Welcome. Hello. Thank you so much for tapping in, turning on, tuning in with Enchantress Steve Babbler on our evolutionary, revolutionary rise of a high that is happening now at this moment in time. How are you? Welcome. How's it going? So we are just going to tap in, turn on, tune in, and get started and see what messages do we have to continue on our full moon in Libra chat, the Babel channel that we have already begun. So this is kind of like in a continuation of this full moon in Libra and all that it represents, and just diving in a little bit more into our month ahead and seeing where each and every one of us are at, finding your resonance wherever you do, taking that which is for you and using it up to, and what's not for you, just keeping it moving, right? So I want to say thank you so much for tapping in, turning on, tuning in. I appreciate each and every one of you being here. If this is your first time here, I hope you love it. I hope you subscribe. I hope to see you again. Come say hi. Welcome to this sacred shrine that is here for our revolutionary growth and evolution, right? In so many different types of ways that it's going to be the mana that you need, mind, body, heart, and soul in every single kind of way. Right. If you see anything that you like here that I use and you're curious about it too, I have an Amazon affiliated shop that the link is in the description box below that you can go check out and see some of the items that I approve in regards to what I like and actually use, and you might think it's cool too. So I share in my shop all things that are that I actually do have and that I use. So you could definitely go check that out over there. You can also follow me on Instagram at Enchantress, ENCHANTRESS. That's me, the one and only. You can follow for free, or you can subscribe for just 99 cents and be gifted immediate exclusive access into a world of infinite quantum proportions. That is just like, whoa, it's dope-tastic in every kind of way. But it has hundreds plus infinitely growing posts already there waiting for you to eat up because it's magically delicious. Right? So definitely go check that out over there. There's loads of content, loads of DIY strategy for your mind, body, heart, and soul evolution. There's recipes, there's content, there's videos, there's lives, there's one-on-one content between you and I. You get to submit questions and ask and receive infinite kinds of guidance, direction. It is a DIY strategy type of platform because no one can do for you that which you must do for yourself. So it's kind of geared in that kind of way of revolutionary quantum coaching and stuff like that. So it is like a coaching platform in different kind of ways. I mean, the price is always going to remain at 99 cents because it's not about the money. It's about the token appreciation and value that you are going to receive. It's just a token of respect, really, honestly, for the exchange of information. And you're going to go over there and you're like, oh my gosh, all of this. And yeah, all of that. You know what I mean? It's just a token of appreciation and value to that which is gifted over there and stuff like that. You could also go to witchyutopian.com. You could also be part of the subscription platform that is over there of the Muse in a Box experience, where once a month I send directly to your door a personal Muse in a Box personalized experience of handcrafted goods and gifts hand personally picked for you, and loads of other stuff that's indescribable. It's meant for you to feel, it's meant for you to receive, it's meant for you to utilize for the month ahead and prepare you for the month ahead in dope as fudge ways. It's a unique kind of experience. It kind of brings back like that old pen pal effect, like where it's personalized, because no Muse in a Box experience is the same, right? No, nobody's box is the same. So yeah, so that's something new for 2023 that I announced and started in January. So I'm excited to continue that for 2023. Whether that's going to be something for 2024, we shall see. But as of right now, I am enjoying creating these Muse in a Box experiences, for those that are a part of the Muse in a Box experiences, you can have it as a subscription and you can have it as a one-time purchase too. Yeah, so definitely that's at witchyutopian.com. You could also find me on TikTok, Alchemistic POTUS. That be me. You could also download or purchase my Amazon book, The Darker Night Light of My Soul, Volume 1, Love Bites. It is a poetry oracle book. Turn to any random page for your motivation, inspiration, uplift nation, evolution, revolution that will occur, because it is a light code activated book that the more that you read, the more that you see, the more that you grow, the more that you evolve, and quantum be the wave. Either way, you can read it from start to finish or turn to any random page and receive the mana that is definitely in there for you. Volume 2, Death Becomes Her, coming soon to a theater near you. Okay, that is it. Well, it might not be it, but that is for now all my mini adverts, because if not me, then who, my friends? And that's the type of support and type of encouragement that I give to you to be your own personal cheerleader, right? Because if not you, then who? If not now, then when, right? And so here come out full blast, be like, yeah, you know what? This is what I'm about. This is everything that I am. And anybody that doesn't want to see doesn't have to see. You know what I'm saying? But trust, if you're tapped in, turned on, tuned in with I, people see you, my darlings. Mm-hmm. You in the spotlight. Mm-hmm. You glow. And you know, and you're starting to realize that by you knowing and you acknowledging that, that doesn't make you not humble. That doesn't not make you that doesn't make you conceited. Right? Part of my humbling experience has been where people have tried to make me feel as if I'm conceited in some kind of way, or thinking I'm better than somebody, but that's just projection, right? And so you're realizing all the projection that has been placed, conditioned, programmed into your system, and you're abandoning it now. You're like, fudge this was never mine to begin with. Right. And so we're going to tap in again. They'd be salty. You see how the I am looking at there? They'd be salty, because salty is a vibe. They'd be salty, hella salty. I don't know who speaks like that, but they'd be hella salty, man. Because that's it. And you know what? Everybody has their time. Everybody has their time. And for those of you tapped in, turned on, tuned in, who has always been a supportive key to everybody that has been in your vicinity, and they know this too. It's not like they don't know this. They freaking know this. Like those that might not be your friends anymore, that might be from the past, they over there scratching their heads, scratching their ass, wondering like, damn, you know what? I fudged up a real good one. And then there'll be the real stubborn ones, the ones that cannot accept accountability or responsibility for the destruction of whatever relationship and friendship you may have had with them and stuff like that, or they fudged up or whatever the case may be, and they're just not in your life, and they're still not a vibrational match to even be in your electromagnetic field and all this kind of stuff. Some of them might be hating, some of them might be not liking, some of them might definitely be lurking and definitely still salty about your come up or your glowing or your showing, right? So mother fudging well, right? Keep glowing. You know what I'm saying? Keep glowing, right? Keep glowing, right? That's right. Keep glowing, right? Like it's salty as can be. Grow well. Let them be, right? Let them be. They choose to be that way. But either way, what this is going to be about, who knows? But all I know is, if you already know, and for those of you tapped in, turned on, tuned in with me, then you know I'm a connoisseur of many kind of things, and you know that I have literally over 200 oracles and tarot surrounding that I can choose from. And so whenever I do these videos and stuff like that, prior, and I get into my channeling or my meditative state and stuff like that, I like to hang upside down. That's no debate. But all right, getting into that kind of quantum, shebang, when I get into this kind of thing, I just start randomly choosing decks, right? And I bring them with me. So I have no idea even the the relation to each and all this kind of stuff and things like that. But either way, we're going to talk some crystals. We're going to bring some crystals up in here, right? Because I really do like that kind of atmosphere. Definitely go check out the full moon video that was done prior to this one, because we're going to kind of continue it just for fun. With that one, we were learning about the double terminated quartz and stuff like that. So today we're going to talk about, we were bringing it up with the amethyst, right? We're going to discuss this very powerful stone. I'm going to go over the basics of like the popular stones that everybody kind of knows, because I do, like I said, I'm a connoisseur of a lot of things, and so I do have a lot of unique rare crystals that I do videos for and things like that. And I have, if you can go check out my crystal videos and stuff like that, maybe I'll put them into a playlist or something like that. I'll have to I'll get to it, you know what I'm saying? But either way, crystals are something that I love working with personally. I feel good, and so I like quality over things. So yeah, and I just feel like the more that we grow and get to know the things that we are connecting with in that kind of way, and share with each other the knowledge, the wisdom that we each learn and grow and come into articulations with, right? And the more that we can gather and unite and share with one another our own personalized experiences and things like that, and our own relationship bondings. And of course there's things you keep to yourself and all this kind of stuff, but I'm just saying, like, I think with the more that we activate with wisdom and not lacking in knowledge and stuff like that, and just speaking, but really growing in our knowledge about the things that we have around us that are really fucking powerful, or can be, these metaphysical properties that each of them have and stuff like that. So amethyst is a wonderful stone for anyone to work with, right? It's a calming stone, it's a peaceful stone, it's a sobering stone, especially for wild chaotic thoughts and energies surrounding, right, the atmosphere and stuff like that. This is a great like a nurturing, like a soothing, it's a soothing stone. It's calming. Amethyst is calming. Hold on. After much time later, we are back, beautiful souls. I also had to go make me some new coffee, a new cup of coffee and stuff like that. But either way, we're back, and we are getting into the crystallization part of our divine channeling. Where the vegetables? So, oh, I don't know. Okay, I just want to lower that a little bit. Oh, there we go. Welcome. All right. So amethyst is a very popular stone. It's one of the, like, especially if you're new to crystals and you're learning about them and things like that, it's exciting to explore the world of crystallizations, right? We're crystals, right? But either way, amethyst is one of the ones that is very popular and well known and things like that, right? It's a variety of quartz. It's considered, it's a quartz, right? It's part of the hexagonal crystal, right, semi-precious stone with a vitreous or glassy luster. That's what they call it. It often comes in shades of purple, meaning of amethyst is healing, calming, and wisdom, right? Good. So it's a beloved since 25,000 BC. So it's been around for quite some time. It connects the concrete with the divine, right? Takes its color from the tears of Dionysus, right? For those who want to know how to use amethyst in healing, this potent, hold on. Ay. You think you're ready, right? And I have less time too. It's just so funny. It's just sorry. I just have a lot of things going on. Right. So amethyst connects the concrete with the divine. Actually, hold it, right? It takes its color from the tears of Dionysus. For those who want to know how to use amethyst in healing, this potent and very pretty stone is sure to sweep everyone off their feet and leave all those who wear her gorgeously grounded at the same time. Right? It's the bridge that connects the concrete with the divine. Okay, you see that? With the divine. The meaning of amethyst has long been synonymous with spirituality and is famed for its close association with both the third eye and the crown chakra. Tracing the lineage of this luminous stone, ancient civilizations have been celebrating the amethyst crystal since 25,000 BC, or since it's been documented, right? From the Greeks to the Romans and even the Egyptians, everyone was drawn to the deep healing powers the amethyst stone emanated, right? So we were talking about like the color variations in the previous video and stuff like that, right? But it's just a matter, right? Because amethyst is really truly a deep lustrous color, and so when you come across an amethyst that might be lighter in color, right, and things like that, right, let me see, just like it's a matter of the heat transfer, right? This is the amethyst pyramid. Right, but yeah, So from the ice-blasted corners of Siberia to the sultry rainforests of Brazil, amethyst can be found across the globe. Amethyst means not intoxicated, right? Very sobering stone, right? And comes from the ancient Greek word amethystos. The Greeks, recognizing the grounding poignancy of the stone, thought they could use the crystal to protect them against intoxication, and that wearing amethyst would keep them from falling down drunk. Ever awash with the magic of mythos, there are tales of amethyst earning its hue from the blood-red wine tears of Dionysus. The story goes that Amethyst was actually a young virgin who found herself on the receiving edge of the god's wrath when he was drunk. The young girl cried out to the goddess Diana for help, and the goddess turned her into a shimmering pale stone. When Dionysus realized his folly, he wept into his wine glass and in his emotion overturned his goblet. The white stone soaked up the wine until it glowed a gentle purple hue. Gods and goddesses aside, the amethyst meaning echoes through. Drunken behavior is often associated with a muddy mind, high emotions, and clumsy decisions. As the antidote to this, amethyst is therefore associated with crystal clear clarity, deep contemplation, and a sense of control over one's life. For those who find they are also pulled towards the soft purples and lavender hues of this glowing amulet, right? So when you think of amulet, right? An amulet is known, right, as a good luck charm, right? It's an object believed to confer like protection, right, upon its possessor, right? It comes from the Latin word amuletum, right? It describes an object that protects a person from trouble. So anything can function as an amulet, right? But here we are, right? So just think about that word, amulet, and its meaning. Let's delve a little deeper and unravel all the secrets of the amethyst stone so everyone can reap the benefits of bringing this beautiful gemstone into their life. Right? So on a physical level, it gives an immune boost, it promotes deeper sleep, and it helps with migraines. On a spiritual level, it enhances intuition. It's a wonderful support system for third eye awakening, spiritual awakenings, right? Reduces negative energetic influences, bringing about peace, calm, soothing energies, right? Emotional, right? From the emotional plateau, it's balanced emotions, a calm mind, courage, and help with one's own decision-making skills. The amethyst crystal glitters across the spectrum. This purple stone can be pale pink in hue or as deep and violet as a dream. The mineral quartz is rarely a constant. One stone can hold a whole host of varying shades, and for this reason, it is considered to be one of the most beautiful crystal quartzes in the world. Far from a stagnant stone, amethyst can change with the rise and fall of the light or when different temperatures. It evolves with the body, and because of this, it is closely connected to our conscious experience of this life. Ranging from the simple to the sublime, there are endless amethyst stone benefits that cover the mind, the body, and the soul. Here are just a few reasons to keep amethyst close by. It encourages sleep and rest, clears the mind, boosts the immune system. This is the physical healing properties. Right, on a physical level, amethyst also associated with healthy cell regeneration, encouraging soothing sleep and rest, and promoting hormonal balance. As amethyst helps balance metabolism and positively serves the endocrine system, the body finds its inner harmony and doesn't go too crazy on the cortisol production, which dramatically cuts down on stress and tension. Along with all of this, the purplish hue of amethyst also ensures that the body, mind, and soul remain cleansed and detoxified. For those who struggle with a foggy head or migraines, then amethyst can also help clear those clouds away. For those who struggle to cut down on their drinking, amethyst encourages the wearer to keep a sober mind. It's a stone that serves as a reminder that luminous thoughts and a level head are needed for making the right choices in life, and that by muddying the mind, it can be tricky to see the path that makes the most sense. A beautiful purple boost to the immune system, the amethyst gemstone is also known for its staggering ability to help the body become fighting fit and to fend off ailments and diseases that wreak havoc on a person's health and well-being. By lending a purifying nature to the blood and effectively reducing stress and anxiety levels, the immune system takes a boost, meaning everything from the respiratory system to the skin can find higher levels of power to heal. Finally, for those who suffer the physical challenge of falling into a delicious, dark, and restful slumber, having amethyst close by during the wind-down hours of sleep can also ensure that the wearer doesn't stay up all night. You could also elevate your legs to the wall, right, in an upright position, and focus on your breathing. Count sheep. That could help promote some sleep. Right, so for those who suffer the physical challenge of falling into a delicious, dark, and restful slumber, having amethyst close by during the wind-down hours of sleep can also ensure that the wearer doesn't stay up all night, a stone known for aiding the struggle of insomnia. Amethyst amazes with its ability to bring plentiful rest and power. Okay, moving on to its emotional healing properties. Right, calm and clarity, sweeps away negativity, helps with decision making. If you have any negativity in your life right now that you need swept away, remember there is no distance that keeps us away. This is a metaphysical property that knows no boundary, knows no space, right? It is just is what it is. Just because this camera is here, just because we're distant, we're apart, you're receiving this and its metaphysical benefits that surpass that surpass what was I saying? You got distracted. I'm so sorry. All right, so but it sweeps away, right? This surpasses, right? Whatever. Anyways, helps with decision making. At a base level, amethyst is renowned for bringing a sense of calm and clarity to our chaotic world. Those who keep amethyst close will find that they feel comforted, grounded, and soothed in a truly uplifting way. Because amethyst centers the emotions, it can be a beautiful aid and recovery for those suffering from the overwhelming emotions that come with grief, loss, and all shades of sadness. Thanks to its divine spirituality, it's a great stone for reminding people not to fear the unknown. On our next one, well, I can't say the next one because I don't even know which next one I'm going to post. So if I post the next one after this next one, because remember, all videos are previously recorded and aired at later dates, and it comes after this one, I don't know, we'll see. But coming soon to a theater near you here on Enchantress the Babbler here on YouTube land, I'm going to share with you one of the next crystals that I'm going to do is I'm going to share with you what was I don't know if this was my mama's favorite crystal. I haven't shared it with you yet, but this is from my own personal memory and also of things that she has had that I had at one point, that this particular crystal my mom wore a lot, like a lot. It's another common, it's another popular one in a way. But I will share with you what it is and we can discuss that. And so, yeah, it's another crystal. It's not this one. But so if I wanted to say that it was my mom's favorite crystal, fuck it, I'm just gonna say that my mom's favorite crystal, obviously, because she didn't have any other jewelry that stands out to me that had any other crystals on it. You know what I mean? So yeah, so whatever. So I'll share with you all, okay? But either way. All right, so thanks to its divine spirituality, it's a great stone for reminding people not to fear the unknown. Death could be considered a transition, a change, and a leap to a higher realm. And while, of course, there is grief in letting go of someone who is loved, there is also life to be celebrated and memories to be most cherished. Amethyst reminds us that in spirituality, there is also balance. It isn't all about bypassing the negative and thinking that spiritual awakening leads to only positive thinking, but also recognizing the darkness and honoring it without holding it forever in the heart. Right? It also works, right? These things are not good or bad, but these things have positive metaphysical vibes, right? And so it's to channel those high properties, those quantum properties that are beneficial for us to, embody for ourselves, have for ourselves and stuff like that, right? I'm checking out the time and I'm gonna have to hurry up, guys. Okay. I'm sorry. So, right. So Amethyst reminds us that in spirituality, there is also balance. It isn't all about bypassing the negative and thinking that spiritual awakening leads to only positive thinking, but also recognizing the darkness and honoring it without holding it forever in the heart. It also works wonderfully for those who tend to be quick to anger, as it effectively dissipates the growth of rage and replaces it with a halo of serenity that can be hard to cut through. While amethyst works to sweep negativity away from clouding the mind, it also seems to trigger a spark that unveils our deepest wells of inspiration. When our mind is calm and focused, we are able to tap into our creative mind and unveil all those ideas and interests that were stashed behind the wall of inner chaos. So if you've been having any kind of creativity blocks, amethyst is the crystal to have around you, right? Because it's going to help you with awaken, activate with your third eye chakra, your crown chakra, right? Tapping you into your solar plexus, all your chakras, right? Because we're activated in this kind of way, and this well of creativity that wants to come in and participate with your well of creativity that might be hidden behind a dark well of, thinking that, oh, that's what I hear too, right? That for some of you, you don't think you're creative. You look at other people's stuff and you judge your creativity upon that which you see, instead of valuing your uniqueness, right? Don't compare apples to oranges, for you're a pear. For you're a pear. I don't know, I just made that up. But you get what I'm saying? Like, your creativity is not to be like, it's like, I always use the example of, I've used this before with my daughter and I, right? I said I can bring up lessons and stuff like that about life from her younger days, right? So you're gonna have to tune in, tap in, turn on for the nowadays at later days. I get a couple of years past, I could talk about the now. But anyways, when I used to color with her, and we had this thing, and I would tell her while I'm coloring, I'm gonna stop watching my coloring. I'm like, and she would be sitting there getting more mad. And I feel it. She was not saying nothing, but she's like looking at how, because I love to color and I've been coloring for a long time. And so when she was younger, I'm like, you just have to practice it. You just have to keep, like, you just have to keep imagining what you want and coloring. Mind you, my daughter paints and draws and sketches beyond belief gorgeously. Talent. She's full of talent and very arty farty, and all this kind of stuff. It runs in her like blood, right? And her DNA. Like she's artsy farty as can be. But when she was younger, right? She's comparing and contrasting our pictures, and because she's not satisfied with her picture, she was getting mad, and I'm tapped into her non-tuned, and I'm like, and me trying to coach her through would be like, stop getting mad, like don't compare. And I would try to do the positive reinforcement or whatever, and because I knew what it was leading to, because she's stubborn and she's a brat, right? So she literally by the time I would meet someone with a picture and get with a picture, I would always try to save the picture, because she was the type that would just ruin the picture, and she knew that would get me like upset. Like, why did you have to ruin the picture? Like, because then at the end she'll look at the final product and then like scribble all over her picture. Like, why do you do that? So my goal was to get that picture saved, like where she doesn't ruin it or whatever and stuff like that. So what I'm saying is, right, what were we saying? The creativity, right? Right. So for some of you, you're judging your creativity off of the rest of the crayon box. But you got your own color. You know what I'm saying? Right? So yeah, I hope that story makes sense to you guys. And mind you, my daughter, like, and although I sketch and I make my stuff and I do my own kind of thing. Oh, I forgot about my coffee. And I do my own kind of things and all this kind of stuff. There's things that she like when she paints certain kind of things, and I'm like, I don't compare and I don't contrast, and I'm like, oh, can I do that? And I don't, because I think inspiration is individualized, right? I think it's uniquely your own. Like if you're creative, like I don't know, like I guess this is my strong Piscean scorpionic tendencies. So, like my placement, I don't know if that has anything to do with all that kind of stuff, but like I've always been very dreamy, artsy fartsy. And so because I felt so sheltered, and because I didn't have a lot of things, I felt like grew up in that lack-minded mentality. All I have is my imagination. So that's why my argument with people growing up is like, I don't understand how anybody could ever be bored, because there's so much to do, right? But coming across and tapping in, turning on, tuning in, and connecting with other beautiful souls across this world, I realized that I can't be so quick to judge from that department too, just because creativity is just something that I do. Like, whatever, I have to have a heart of compassion too, and understand that sometimes there are creative blocks. And so in part of my journey of understanding why I was, when you start doing the analytics of the type of clientels that you find, or that not that you find, that find you, like the type of people that come for readings or come for growth, like you have a certain kind of niche, you have a certain kind of template of attraction that people feel drawn to you to come to you for advice, for wisdom, for coaching, for guidance in whatever kind of way. And one of the ways for me was creativity. Like people always think that they can come, which they can. And this has turned into part of my business too, where they're like, oh, they're having such creative blocks and stuff like that. And so we work into that kind of activation of really understanding by putting certain kind of things into tasks to act, to open up that well of creativity too. And you definitely should go check out on my playlist, if that be you, I have a creativity unblocker exercise in the playlist of the going lives to celebrate reaching a milestone here on YouTube. It's live number 1. There's a labyrinth exercise, a creativity unblocker exercise that is very superficially explained, but you could even go your own merry way with the superficially explained that is in that video. I'm going to link it to this video. Definitely go check that out, because that's great to tap in, turn on, tune in to the well of activation of creativity that exists within you. A lot of the times we fear like the unknown, what we can't see. How do you describe something that you've never seen before and you're seeing it now, what words would you be able to convey that? So that's the same thing like with your creativity, because you don't see it now and you don't see what could come out of you or what could birth from you because you feel stagnant or stuck or something like that, doesn't mean that it's not there. What that means is that the you that is in your now, that's perceiving it from that perspective, can't see what's there. So that is the you that we're releasing, cutting, getting out of the way, because that's self-sabotaging in every kind of way, because you know that you have a choice to the passageway, the pathway that you can navigate and go through when you release certain kind of things. So either way, I didn't mean to get all into that kind of stuff too, but this is what is being channeled right now, and that's just how it be, right? So when your mind is calm and focused, we're able to tap into our creative mind and unveil all those ideas, all those creativities, all those interests that have been stashed behind the wall of inner chaos, right? How can you see, right? How you gonna win if you ain't right within? How you gonna win if you ain't right within? How you gonna win if you ain't right within? Come again, right? So nurturing meditation, encouraging restful sleep, clearing away the cobwebs, and helping us to divine our deeper path through life. Amethyst promotes deep transformation in our lives. When we make space within for peaceful courage, we are able to follow the map of our own making and to pursue the things that will serve us. For those who struggle with the art of decision making, Amethyst can also help to harness the inner power needed to make choices that work for the individual. Life throws up all kinds of challenges, and this can sometimes leave people in a state of freeze, unsure of which way to turn. Amethyst gently reminds the wearer that all is not lost, and they have the inner sight, knowledge, and wisdom they need to pick a path to walk down. For those who tend to be a little hot-headed, in arguments especially, Amethyst can also help to bring the wearer back down to a calm and collected state of mind, right? Especially if you're one to pop off because, you're on your grow, you're on your glow, you're in your know, and you're alchemizing with your truth. And a lot of that can come out as combative too, right? So in this Aries pop off season too, that's what I was saying before. One of the things about the type of like things that I had to see was the type of energies, right, that I attract or that I draw in and stuff like that, right? And so when I'm introverting, when I'm reflecting upon my now, right? And let's say a common theme comes up and I identify it now, right? It's the same thing with the type of people that you draw in. Like, wait a minute, let me view the type of people that are coming to me for these type of things. As anger is another one, right? Especially those that have known or see or know some of your history, right? They know the rise you've come from certain kind of things. And so your work begins to, over the years, speak for itself. Like, no matter what people say, right behind your back, they could hate on you, they could shade on you in every kind of way. Everybody else around only got good shit to say. Oh, she's amazing. He's amazing. Oh, anytime I need it. Oh my gosh, yeah, you're like the first person that pops into everybody motherfudging head, whether they're still in your life or not. Because the value of quantum dopeness, that be you, that alchemy to the way that you help people to feel good, to rise, to see things from a different state of light, that shit is priceless. So don't think that just because certain people are not in your life anymore, that they don't fucking know what they lost now that you're not in their life anymore, because they know. Because they know. That's for whoever that was for. Right? So, baby, come down. Calm down. Calm down. The next time you get hot-headed, put that song on. That song is dope. Baby, calm down. Calm down. I don't know the words. Say, calm down. Oh, calm down. Oh, I don't know. But anyways, right? So it's a great stone for aiding in family and relationship dynamics. as it supports a level head and comes from a place that I just saw like an amethyst, like mountain rock in between family members. And they're like, okay, now let's have this family meeting. With a rose quartz, huge mountain sized rose quartz to be high, like not enough amethyst and rose quartz in this world to bring the peace. Gotta add some tourmaline and fucking obsidian too up in this bitch. Bring some, and then my daughter be the one to bring the fucking moldavite. She'd be like, it's all right, no matter what crystals you guys brought for your backup protection, I got the moldavite. And I'm like, oh fuck. My daughter's the type of person to bring moldavite with her everywhere she fucking goes. Not a joke. Okay. Not a joke. Don't invite my daughter anywhere if you don't want moldavite around you. And other stuff that are powerful too. I just don't know the proper names right now, so I might just want to bring them up. But seriously, that was funny. All right, so the metaphysical properties of amethyst connects us to the crown chakra, invites the third eye to open, protects the mind from dark magic. Baby, come down, come down. So all you have to do is come down. Oh, whoa, 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 whoa. Yeah, 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 yeah. And give me that whoa, 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 whoa. I don't know the words. But yeah, so, but it'd be like that. Right? So for those who are looking to leap higher into their spiritual awakening, amethyst is one of the most important stones in the healing pack. It is strongly associated with the crown chakra, and it is even said to bridge the gap between the physical and spiritual worlds and realms. The third eye chakra is known for being one of the most powerful intuitive tools to have in the pack. Everyone has the gift of intuition. It's all about how they harness it. As amethyst kindles the third eye to awaken, it grants the sixth sense to bloom into being. In Eastern philosophy, it is said that the third eye is the spiritual center of a person's existence. It is also responsible for how people perceive reality and how open they are to opening the door and stepping out into spiritual alignment. You have to be really misaligned to not like amethyst. The color associated with the third for real, because it's like this, I'm not gonna say no names, but this chick that I know, that she's like, every time I give her something or she gets something from me, she's like, I know you put sage in this. Because supposedly her devils don't like the sage, and she just reacts. And you know how we always have those jokes that we be like, I have theories about people that don't like sage, right? What happened? She got kicked out? Oh, hold on. Sorry about that. But yeah, so yeah, and I also make these like calming rolls that this person absolutely loves, that it's just calming. It just has a mix of different herbs in it and stuff like that, and they smoke it. And so in that concoction there is sage. And they always say that they feel like they have this like holy ceremony that like it casts out the demons from inside them, right? And I laugh because it's funny, because like people, like when they be like, what's that smell, like if they smell the sage and they don't like it, and I'm like, oh, it's sage, and then they try to pretend like they like it, and like, oh, okay, I just was asking, it was just, like whatever. I'm like, if you don't like sage, we got I raise my eyebrow. But I do know that it's very potent, and it's very a strong scent, right? That not everybody can like tolerate, or whatever the case may be. But we got jokes. So it's the same thing like with crystals, right? Like crystals are metaphysical and they have their own properties, right? And so we're the ones that come with our energy, and we can utilize the energies of the crystals, to harness the energies of the crystals to our benefit, or to our use, right? So how we charge them to our benefit and use and how to be is all a reflection upon whom we are, not the crystal. The crystal's always going to do its work. It's always going to do its job. It's always going to be what it is, right? It doesn't change. You get what I'm saying? So anyways, I just find that funny. So it's just wherever you are in your evolution, right? So amethyst is one of the most important stones in the healing path. It is strongly associated with the crown chakra, and it is even said to bridge the gap between the physical and the spiritual realms. The third eye chakra is known for being one of the most powerful intuitive tools to have in the pack. Everyone has the gift of intuition. It's all about how they harness it. See, we were talking about harnessing it. As amethyst rekindles the third eye to awaken, it grants the sixth sense to bloom into being. In Eastern philosophy, it is said that the third eye is the spiritual center of a person's existence. It's also responsible for how people perceive reality and how open they are to opening the door and stepping out into spiritual alignment. The color associated with the third eye chakra is blocked. When the third eye chakra is blocked, people may struggle with feelings of depression and anxiety. Maybe they feel the weight of cynicism heavy on their soul. By awakening the third eye, one can awaken intuition, let their inner wisdom flow, and invite the sparkle back to their imagination. Give me 1 second, guys. Right, so it's also responsible for how people perceive reality and how open they are to opening the door and stepping out into spiritual enlightenment. The color associated with the third eye chakra is indigo, which also links to the color of amethyst. When the third eye chakra is blocked, people may struggle with feelings of depression and anxiety and maybe feel the weight of cynicism heavy on their soul. By awakening the third eye, one can awaken intuition, let their inner wisdom flow, and invite the sparkle back to their imagination. The crown chakra is the sacred energy center and is also intricately connected with the amethyst stone. Right, you could place this on your crown chakra. You could place this on your third eye chakra. I do that. There's placements that you can place crystals on your body and just lay there and try to hold the crystals in place. That could be the meditation. You lay the crystals upon your body while laying flat and still and close your eyes and try to stay so still that the crystals don't fall off your body, right? Yeah, so you could try that. You could start off like that. Do that for the first 3 minutes, see how good you can be that still and stuff like that without moving. So the crown chakra is the sacred energy center and also intricately connected with the amethyst stone. It's where the cosmic consciousness sits and is where people receive those much needed messages from the universe and the connection to the cosmos. When the crown chakra power is untapped or there is a block, people may feel alienated or disconnected from the world around them. They may feel their ego gets in the way too much. When the crown chakra is open and ready to receive, there's balance, well-being, deeper connection, and working confidence in one's own wisdom. With a long history as an amulet for protection, it's no surprise that amethyst works to counteract the negative energies of external environments. Right? Amethyst can ward off physical attacks. So it's like receiving this and then feeling a certain type of way. It's like, what is that revelation to you in some kind of way? Like what can be revealed unto you, that which is speaking unto you, that which is being made aware. Amethyst can ward off physical attacks, lending protection against misfortune. On a spiritual level, this also helps protect the mind against black magic and emotional manipulation. Right? It's the birthstone for the sign of Aquarius, and it also works for Pisces. So that's that Neptunian Uranus energy, right? The purple amethyst makes this connection with the zodiac sign for Pisces, associated with the month of February, calendar term brimming with love and the chill winds of the end of winter. Amethyst brings love, light, and its crowning calm to see the word through until the first rites of spring. Right? The violet mellow energy is a dreamy match for the nature of the Pisces. Those with creative spirits, deep empathy, and a penchant for spiritual sojourns. The healing powers of amethyst tap into all of that and so much more. Yet sometimes the greatest strength of the self is also the greatest weakness. With high levels of empathy, Pisces can sometimes bite off more than they should chew and can make themselves sad and burnt out in the process. Having this precious stone at their side ensures that while lending a sympathetic ear is fine, they don't lose themselves in the pitfall of the problems of others, but stay spiritually grounded to their own journey. Right? Pisces are born under the planet of Uranus, and a planet that is known for being progressive and forward thinking, the god of the sky and heavens. Uranus is all about embracing the spark of intuition, saying yes to enlightenment, and stepping forward in individual freedom. Right? Having the amethyst on side for this serves to protect and encourage the spirit and serves as a reminder. Pisces is also ruled by Neptune. The spirit, and serves as a reminder that while change should always be embraced, it should be done with a clear seeing eyes and the gift of illumination. Amethyst is the birthstone for Aquarians, those cool and collected water bearers of the world. Another visionary star sign. Those born under the sign of Aquarius are known for seeing deeply, high levels of intellect, and for not being afraid of using their assertive nature. While they have a reputation for being a little bit too analytical and perhaps slightly chilly, the amethyst makes a great companion when it comes to balancing out the water bearers by bringing its calm communication skills to the table and inviting Aquarians to keep the best of their nature. Right? You can wear amethyst for serenity and flow. You can use it for meditation, and it creates a calm space in the home. I have amethyst everywhere too. So nature's tranquilizer instantly soothes whatever space it is placed in. For those who want to know how to use amethyst to reach their fullest potential, there's tips. Okay, here. It's one of the best crystals to use as a meditation aid. The stone hums with an energy that encourages the monkey mind to surrender and be still. With amethyst close by during meditation, the third eye and crown chakra are sure to open, clearing the way for the powers of the universe to seep straight through and give guidance. For those who aren't wearing an amethyst amulet, hold a piece of cluster of amethyst in the left hand during meditation. So right now I have it in my right, but hold it in the left hand for meditation. Right? So wearing an amethyst crystal is one of the best ways to ensure the crown chakra and third eye chakra are always in flow. Amethyst jewelry is popular, and with so much variety, it's easy to choose a piece that slips seamlessly and into any kind of lifestyle. Amethyst bracelets, bangles, worry stones, and pendants are a good investment as they can be worn every day. Having amethyst pressed against the skin may also be the most potent way to embrace the healing energy. Bare skin invites the stone to release its vibrations directly into the body. I feel it all in my arm and in my hands and going in my bloodstream. Like, no kidding. Like, I feel this stone. Right? So amplifying its power and ensuring that those who choose amethyst are ever getting the best out of their self-care investment. Right? Amethyst is one of the best crystals. Okay. For those who aren't wearing an amethyst, hold a piece of cluster of amethyst in the left hand during meditation. Other stones that marry well with amethyst are tourmaline, right? No, that one's obsidian, I think. What is that tourmaline? Anyways, for amplifying that protective energy, rose quartz, right? Can also be great companion to amethyst, as it's able to truly add to those loving vibes. Amethyst and aquamarine also bring truth, tranquility, and balancing flow, and make a beautiful partnership for those who want to truly tap into their creative side. So pair amethyst with aquamarine for creativity, right? For those seeking a bright burst of energy at all times, citron, of course, right? So you can add citron in there. And amethyst creates an eternal summer of the heart. If you want to bring healing into your home or workspace, build an altar with amethyst at the center. Placing the stone in a situ in a space that is usually associated with tension can help busy bees to be less frantic and stressed out about their work. Instead, it will help to focus and recenter the mind so that concentration can come better, reduce procrastination, and find inspiration. Right? Amethyst can be used in the home to help build up the free flow of feng shui. This is all you can get. This is... Right. So it's a beautiful balance. So place in the office, it helps attune to inner creativity. Place in the bedroom, it nurtures deep, soulful sleep. And place in the family area, it works under at observing strains of negativity and transmuting these energies into something positive. Right? You could cleanse the amethyst crystals with sound or smudge it. Charge under the moonlight. Right? Part of knowing how to use amethyst means knowing how to care for this crystal so that it continues to bring health, wonder, and complete wellness. From clearing to daily care tips, these are the small ways to keep the crown stone shimmering with strength and light. Right? As crystals collect energies, it's important to keep them cleared and clean so that they don't become off kilter. So, right, if you're ever feeling kind of funny, cleanse your crystals. And 2, I like to shower them. They like water with me. Like, not to leave them so much on the water soaking and drowning, but like a nice shower temperature just right is nice. Right? Because they're beautiful absorbing sponges, right? And crystals can change their tune to vibrate with the frequency it has picked up in the healing session. So when it's knocked off its frequency, this means that it doesn't oscillate properly and will therefore be less effective. So clearing the crystal after a healing session or after someone else has handled it is important to keep it healthy and fresh and wise to do at best, right? One way to clear crystals is with vocal toning. While it's not important to hit an exact note, it's important to hold the amethyst, take a deep breath, and envision something that fills the soul with clear, pure energy. With the exhale, make a tonal sound that communicates this. It is also common to use a singing bowl, gong, or drum instead of the voice. I love that. Take a deep breath. I like it that when I have fun. That's gonna be new for me. Right? The jury is out whether amethyst needs to be charged or not, especially if kept cleared as much as possible. But charging the crystal will do no harm as amethyst is beautifully aligned with the universe. Placing it outside at night, once in a while in the light of the moon, will give the amethyst stone the lunar energy it needs. The cold can also work wonders for charging the stone, so a simple method is to place it in the refrigerator or chilled space overnight. Or if you have seasons change, leaving it out, under the moon, like when it snows. Oh, I see that. Like they like the snow. Right? So yeah. So that's cool. Right? Yep, here we go. So for those who want to spark their spirituality, bring peace and harmony back into their world and rebalance their chakras, amethyst is the perfect stone to keep close by. It's being a tool that is used extensively on the road to healing and higher planes of consciousness. Amethyst will accentuate the most peaceful persona, help someone to find space in the universe, and invites the wearer to leap higher. Although named purple amethyst, they can come enriched in a variety of shades under that umbrella. Some amethysts will be as dark purple as the brushed summer sky. Others will be as pale indigo wash. And for those who seek a gentler stone, lavender amethyst feels as fresh and serene as the sprawling perfume fields of Provence. From an amethyst cluster, singular stones for the altar, or a piece of highly energized amethyst jewelry to press against the skin and infuse the soul with knowledge, wellness, and spiritual wonder. Just having this purple orb energy, right? So you got to think about that, like orb energy too, right? So it's an optical phenomenon, orbs, if you see them in person too, right? But either way, so it's a sphere. Orbs are spheres, right? Close by, it's a beautiful payoff for complete emotional balance. This is a great emotional balancer. There's a reason the stone has been used for centuries and centuries, from the Romans who believed the indigo hues would save them from drunken debauchery, to Catherine the Great who adorned herself in the healing vibes, to Bishan Buddhists who long linked the gentle stone with the nature of the Buddha, and the Egyptians who sent their dead into the afterlife with the protective gem to guide them. Long has the amethyst been linked with magic and mysticism. But unravel the fables and there is a gift from the earth to connect the mind with the heavens. Amethyst is all about finding a serene spot within to be able to stand with strength in this complicated world. Amethyst is a highly serene and spiritual gemstone. It is known for opening the crown chakra, helping ease headaches and insomnia, balancing our emotions, and keeping the mind in a calm, clear state, right? Those who want an energetic break from the chaos of the world may find that amethyst soothes and centers in all the best ways. It's an excellent gemstone for soothing the body, mind, and soul, right? So amethyst soaks up a lot of bad energy and has high vibration. It needs to be cleansed regularly to keep it working at the top of its game. See, intuitively, you would know how to do these things. but it's always great to learn more, right? Intuitively, I do these things, and when I read it, I get it confirmation, kind of stuff, right? Amethyst is to run it under tepid water for quick discharge. You can also use vocal toning and sound baths and smudging to keep your purple gem in the clear, right? Right. So generally amethyst can go in water because, there's some crystals that can't go in the water. So always make sure that if you're going to cleanse, like selenite cannot go in water, like, you know what I mean? Or be left in water, because I do rinse selenite, but it cannot stay in water because then it'll dissolve. I think something like that. All right. So at one point, amethyst was considered to be a truly rare and precious gemstone, right? Like sapphire. So, right, the best way and safest way to charge your amethyst is to leave it out in moonlight for a few hours, right? And you could also charge it in the company of clear quartz and selenite. Okay, beautiful. I had no idea that so much time was going to pass by talking about amethyst, and between the amount of times that I put in a break and all this kind of stuff. But either way, I hope that you enjoyed that. Do let me know how you feel about the crystallizations for real mixed in with all of this and stuff, because it's a great it's great it's great to learn new things, you know what I mean? So thank you for tapping in, turning on, tuning in. If you have yet to like this video and you're this much way in, like, what are you waiting for? Like, go. I'm waiting for you. Click that like. What the fudge? And get the pica if you don't do it. To get the pica, and the whole deck wanted to fall out. I'm like, okay, well, all right, well, I'm not asking you that. So thank you for tapping in, turning on, tuning in. For those tapped in, turned on, tuned in, what messages do we have for those tapped in, turned on, tuned in at this moment in divine right timing? That's happening at this motherfucking time, at this time. Love and positive partnerships, right? Cooperation and harmony. Together we dance until the end. The lovers, my friend. Okay. The castanets. Love and positive partnerships are happening here at this time, right? But what, that I like to go deep, you know what I mean? And I like to go shadow, and I do like to expel any shadows that might exist, even in this, right? Because we want, okay, right? The feeling, the feeding, and the disguise, right? So the feeding and disguise. I like to go shadow with everything. So I want to read these specifically and see what they have to say. But I have to hurry up too. So the feeding, a starving flock of death circles the sky in search of vital sustenance, but finds nothing. Fortunately, a generous hand appears from below to offer the starving creatures a bloody chunk of flesh. Giving assistance in a time of need, charity, a contribution or a gift, sharing reparations, sacrifice, right? And then the disguise, 40, right? You could be life path number 3, life path number 4. You could be life path number 8, right? Because 31 is 4, right? In an attempt to avoid the all-seeing eye floating above, a man hides his identity with a mask and moves inconspicuously through the city, putting on a false face to others, a facade, concealing your true self, getting through unnoticed, deception, misrepresentation, suspicious practices, dodging authority, right? So, okay, so there may have been a mask in this lovering. I guess this is going to be love related or whatever the case may be for superficial purposes, or however it's going to read, right? So you have love and positive partnerships, and there may have been a disguise. There may have been some hidden tendencies or hidden feelings, right? The disguise, the feeding. And when I first saw this, I thought it was the feeling, but it's the feeding, the disguise. So no more feeding the disguise. No more feeding the disguise. All right, this is for everybody. Okay. Okay, I love that. Good. That makes me happy, right? So no more feeding the disguise of whatever it is that brings you harmony, whatever it is that brings you happiness, whatever it is that you're here to do. Will humanity and the restoration judgment, right? This is the humanity and the restoration of a judgment. So maybe this could be like let's say if you're not in a relationship with somebody but you have a courtship with somebody or something like that. This is the hiding, like being all nonchalant about something and stuff like that. Or this is like if it's in career, right? Like this is like all being nonchalant about what you're passionate about because you downplaying your passion because of how it might look to other people, or how it's not as supported as you perceive it to be or want it to be or desire it to be, or how shaky the path is because it's unknown, right? And stuff like that. So the disguise behind your ambition, your passion, your love for something, the disguise of the feeding. And so, right, and you could have been feeding the wrong things. Look at the shadow, right? Because I looked down and there's the shadow and the spider, right? So what webs are you weaving, right? What specimen are you creating, right, in this atmosphere of life, right? So the shadow, so it's right, you could be life path number 6, could be life path number 3, you could be life path number 5, you could be 41 years old, you could be 31 years old, you could be 30 years old, you could be 40 years old. You don't have to be, right? But yeah, so what webs are we weaving, right, in the disguise of the shadow, right? So that's coming because lovers came out first, right? So love and positive partnerships, right? You're creating something because someone could be creating a baby too. Just saying, right? So it's like, okay, so you're growing past the disguise. You are infusing your shadow divine, right? Because it's time, right? To light, infusing light, but in a peaceful, it's like finding peace. Like, so amethyst came up for a reason, right? Because we're finding peace in all the chaos. We're finding peace in the illusion. We're finding peace in that which has been abandoned, right? So because you're finding solution too in that which has been abandoned, right? So it's just like, so this full moon bringing justice, balance, right? To because it's the continuation. By the time you read this, receive this, we might not be in the full moon energies and stuff like that, but it doesn't matter. It's just, all these messages are timeless and stuff like that. So medicine mother, honor your inner knowing. And so that's that, right? So you're honoring your inner knowing, right, in regards to whatever this passion, whatever this love, whatever this is, whether it's in a relationship, whether it's in your lifestyle, whether it's in your career, whether it's in your family life, whatever the case may be, it's dancing, right? And honoring yourself and your path and your journey and that which you are creating, right? Honoring that which you are creating, right? And not running from the shadow either, right? Not running from the shadow either, because that would do you a disservice to hide from the parts of yourself that are lurking. And it's going to look like a lurking, especially if you're ignoring the feeling, right? The feeling might not be comfortable or good or things like that too, right? So seemingly alone in the gloomy alleyway, the mad woman defies the darkness by raising a burning candle in the air. The haunting glow illuminates the night, casting a mysterious shadow against the wall behind her, right? So a dark personality trait comes to the surface, right? Revealing one's true self, this infusion of this shadow, not running from the hell that you think that it is, one lives to tell, right? So exposing suppressed emotions and bringing them to light, admitting a fault in something too, right? So because you want to be careful with the webs that you weave, right? Especially when choosing to deceive or not choosing to deceive, but one doesn't want to lie about what it is that they want to breed. You want to stop that cycle. You don't want to sugarcoat shit. You don't want to freaking act like you not about this when you are like, just be yourself, right? It's the authenticity in you and that what you're creating too. So if this isn't, look at wise one, grow within your current situation, right? Elder, move beyond ancestral patterns, right? Breaking generational curses, breaking right, the wisdom of the owl too, and of the serpent and the lizard, right? Traveler, moving in a new direction, trusting in the unknown, right? These cards can just keep coming, right? So exchanging energy, right? So exchanging energy to create abundance, right? Using your energy wise, right? Choosing your own path at this time, right? Letting go of the need to be right and just doing that which is right for yourself, harnessing the mystic powers that be you, right? Tapping into your ancestry, your gifts too, because you're trusting and honoring your inner knowing and that which you are, because the things that are coming to fruition now, or just getting to know yourself better, so much so that you can make a judgment, that you can have restoration, that you can make a move next, right? With Gemini, dealing with a Gemini, have Gemini somewhere in your charts, right? You could have Scorpio in your chart. Right? Be open to healing information, being open to that DNA infusion, right? Letting go of that need to be right. What are you feeding, right? What are you feeding? What shadow are you not feeding, or that you're not addressing, right? It doesn't have to be bad. You don't need to look at it in that kind of way, but just look at it, because if not, it's just going to grow and grow and grow. Trust your instincts, right? Owl wisdom there too. Be brave and honest. Be brave and honest, right? Be brave and honest. Guardian angel, you are not alone. Tapping into the energies of those that may not be here at this time, right? I have this like this very strong belief that sometimes, like especially if it's like a parent that has passed, right, too early, let's say, sometimes I feel like part of the journey, obviously, for that child it's a challenging one. It's a deep one, right? Because death is involved and stuff like that. And because that's just very scorpionic in flavor, right? This death rebirth process. And I feel too that the path that child is on is needed some other added parental kind of, like, sometimes the contract with the parent is that not necessarily that they sometimes too they can appear to be taken so soon. I got to be careful when I don't have to be careful. I'm just trying to find the proper articulation to convey that which I'm trying to say. Sometimes we can be like, it's not right that that parent died, or maybe they chose to leave or something like that, right? Whatever the case may be, sometimes it's because in the contract of the part of that was fulfilled, that was agreed upon prior to this human experience, the aid that you receive from this parent in the other realm is it's quantum. It's like having a solid guardian angel, because who better than not to protect you than that of your child, than that of your parent, that has absolute unconditional love for you as their seed. And sometimes it could be that I couldn't do for you in the way that I could do for you now, even though I might not be like that. Like, even I, like, in receiving like these kind of messages, stubbornly, I'm like, I don't care about that. I don't want to hear that shit. All I want is my mother here with me. I don't hear none of that shit. But over time, when you grow and, especially you have a deep spiritual evolutionary existence, that you keep growing and growing because you want to be aligned in that kind of alchemy and truth and stuff like that. It's tough because it's a deep one. Like you keep going deeper. So certain truths are excavated, like, and infused within you, that you start to see things from just a different dimension, a different perception, a different level. You know what I'm saying? So right, so peacekeeper, right? Let go of the need to be right. Right? Right, letting go of the need to be right. This is deeper than that. Water guardian, connecting with your emotions. You know, it's another flip side. Like, sometimes we think that, oh my gosh, the monster is the person that creates the monstrous act, right? How can we forgive such a thing, an offense, and when will they ever be sorry, and all this kind of stuff. But like, if you look at it from like the deepest of perspectives, like the most toughest of the growing past that, healing from that, might appear to be the victim or the person that was hurt and that kind of stuff. But the path of that forgiveness is much stronger than the offender, one might agree and say. So whose karma is that in that kind of way? Do you understand the karmic lessons? So sometimes you are the alchemy, a seed that is needed to break that curse through the offense that is very hard to just dismiss. You know what I mean? So connecting with your emotions is important, right? Because you don't want to mask something. You don't want to deny something. You don't want to feed something that's false, right? Especially when you have the opportunity to grow past the generational curse, the web, that has been woven for you, showing up to you as a disguise filled with lies. And meanwhile, ruining the harmonized that you could really have in your life. You know what I mean? Something like that. But yeah, I'm looking at the time. So we could dive deeper into that later. Oh boy. Okay. If you are here and you are still tapped and turned on to you, you have yet to like this damn video, what is your problem? Right? Let's see who's here. Oh, I forgot I put that in there to charge. All right, let's see who's here. Have them turned on, tuned in. Oh, damn. Right. Could be life path number 8. You could have been born in 1981. You could be 18 years old. All right, all right, all right. We got Neptune up in here. Right? We got Neptune up in here. Where's my wand thingy? Right, we got Neptune. You could be life path number 5. You could be 53 years old. You could be 53 years old. You could have been born in the month of November, in the month of December. We have this full moon in Libra type energy. You can be a Libra too. Right, you could have been born in the month of December, December 3rd, December 4th, November 3rd, November 4th. Could be significant dates for you. It could be Cancer, Gemini, Aquarius, Aries, life path number 8, born in 1983, 1987, 1980, 1981, 1965, 1959. Okay. We have earth signs up in here, right? All earth signs: Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, right? I'm seeing Neptune, Piscean energy here again, and looking right beside it is Uranus, Neptune and Uranus, which is Pisces and Aquarius too. Earth signs again, right? We got Venus energy in earth signs. You can have a Venus in Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. You can have a Venus, like a double earth too. You can be triple earth, double. You can have a Venus in Sagittarius, Venus in Libra, Venus in Capricorn, Venus in Virgo, Scorpio. But I said Virgo, so Virgo too, right? Oh, look at it. I said Virgo, and then Virgo's over here, right? So Virgo is up in here too. You could have been born in 1971, 1970, 1979, 1997, 1989. Okay, 1993, 1995, 1973. You could have been born in 1986, 1981, right? You can have a Mercury in Sagittarius, Jupiter in Sagittarius. Well, Jupiter is Sagittarius, but whatever. Jupiter in Capricorn. Okay. You could be dealing with an air sign and earth sign, or have that in your chart too. Air and earth could be dealing with some stuff too. Pisces up in here. So it could be Aquarius, Pisces. Okay. Right? You could have been born August 3rd. You could be 38 years old. You could be 37 years old, 38 years old, but in 1987, 1986, 1984. Could be 31, 32, 37, be 42, 41, 43, 49, 39, 59. I said that already, right? 39. Okay, I'm starting to repeat. Okay, I see for signs, I'm going to say it again. Cancer, Aquarius, Gemini, Aries, all signs on deck, earth signs of 2. Aquarius again, Pisces, Scorpio, Sag, Libra, Capricorn, Scorpio again, Virgo. Born in the month of May, month of December, October. 32, 35, 57, 58. Yeah. All right. We have angel numbers 835, 538, 837, 803, 537, 338, 353, 510, 500, 910, 875, 6912, 616. Okie dokie. That was fun. By the way, that was fun. Alrighty. Since it was talking about love, right? For those of you in relationships or in some kind of courtship or friendship or whatever ship, what secret messages can we receive from your person at this time that maybe, and let's further activate the throat chakra too at this time, to activate upon all these things being released into the collective universe, so that it can be already easier for them to navigate and say what you need to say, right? All around the world, all around the world, all around the world, we're healing. All around the world, all around the world, all around the world, we're healing. We're healing our feeling, we're dealing. We're healing our feeling, we're dealing. We're healing our feeling, we're dealing and evolutionizing our revolution. We're accepting no substitutions. We're healing our feeling and we're dealing and receiving. We are soaring and we are spreading this worldwide. And Antarctica becomes a public space for all of us to visit in fun ways. I don't know why Antarctica popped into my mind. But yeah, okay, what messages would your person say to you at this time? What messages will your person be conveying to you this full moon, or from full moon to full moon, or whenever you receive these messages? What messages will be conveyed between your person and you, coming soon to a theater near you soon? What messages? I have family and work obligations, right? I know my ego gets in the way. I know I have father issues. I know you are my person, right? I love you, but I'm not sure how this is going to change my life, right? So I have family and work obligation. This person could be focused on their work, right? And they know that their ego can get in their way because if they just, keep navigating towards the work shit, right? They don't have to deal with the emotion of having to maybe even go into a relationship. I know you're my person and they may have father issues too. I love you, but I'm not sure how this is going to change my life. And so they may not be making any kind of moves, right? Towards you. This is for those, I guess, that are kind of single, right? Or maybe not in a relationship, right? I'm not ignoring you. I'm thinking about our connection, right? So whoever this is for, the person that is on your mind, has a lot on their plate. And so what is there going to be their solution? I regret what I said to you. I know I have mother issues. Let them heal. You know what I'm saying? I know I have father issues. So let them heal. Let them heal because sometimes rejection is protection, right? I want you to chase me, and that's not healthy either. You know what I'm saying? So think about that. And think about how you can self-love on you and everything that you do so that way what's alchemized and healthy for you, wealthy for you, stealthy for you comes to you. You know what I mean? All right. What other messages do we have for those tapped in, turned on, tuned in? From messages from their person that shall be conveyed in some kind of way. If they can say, we're helping them to say, I'm afraid of change. Right? So I'm hiding my true feelings from you. Okay. Okay. I think about you every night. Okay. So for her, I'm having fantasies about you. I know my ego gets in the way, right? Okay. I have fantasies about you. All right. So for whoever this is for, this person, so this is somebody that you're not with, right? Or that maybe you're courting, maybe you have a friendship, whatever the case may be. However it is, I'm a big advocate for celibacy and abstinence and healthy, wealthy, stealthy. So if it's all that, that's great. I'm not here to judge you anyways. But this person, give them time. Give them time, right? They're having fantasies about you, and that's a good space to be in, right? But they feel heartbroken, so they might be afraid. That's what I feel. They're afraid, and so it's better to not engage like in their mind, right? Because if they don't, then they won't be, I do want you, don't doubt it, right? Like, I do want you, don't doubt it. Like, so what's the deal, right? What's the deal? I'm working on myself. All right. I love you, but I'm not sure how this is going to change my life. So they're afraid of change, big change, right? They're working on themselves right now to come to you from a healthier space and place, which is something that, is the right thing to do. So that's a great space to be in and stuff like that. Right. So for those of you that are in a relationship, married or whatever the stuff, whatever the case may be, and maybe diving into like your tantric, spirituality and connection, and just opening of intimacy, healthy, wealthy, stealthy ways, finding healthy, wealthy, stealthy ways of erotic pleasure or things that you guys can enjoy together. Just opening up more in your love magic department together as a couple. What have we here? What desires want to be expressed, and what desires are we activating to at this time as healthy, wealthy, stealthy, divine counterparts for one another, right? Because we are opening this activation now, right? Because it's that time. Healthy, wealthy, stealthy, loving, here we come. What erotic pleasure do we have, right? What are you doing out here? Okay. Ooh, bend over and take all of me. Okay. You're about to be okay. You're about to be punished in a good, fun way. So bend over and take all of me in. Like if you're under 18, please get the hell out of here, please. right? So, wow. I'm just maybe do two more because this has to be a video all of its own. Right, so you might be maybe playing around with costumes, cosplay, um, fantasy play, tantric play, or just eroticism, right? In new kind of sexy ways, right? Spread them wide around my heart. Okay, we're done. One more, and then that's it. Because whoa, this has to be by itself. I don't want to ruin this message of this video with this kind of stuff. Put your hands on. Okay, we're done. We're done. But we definitely can do more of that, but that'll be explicit to that kind of stuff. Let's go back to the wholesomeness. I don't even know why I grabbed those. But that's a teaser. If you want more and you want to please her, then you better just comment and let me know that you want to see more of that kind of eroticism, because I usually, when I tap in and turn on and tune into those kind of messages, they be wild. Go, and if you don't believe me, definitely go check out my soap opera tarots and erotica. All you can do is type in Enchantress the Babbler and type in like erotic tarot, erotic, or sexual fantasy tarot, or things like that with Enchantress the Babbler, and you'll see what I mean. I tap in, I turn on, I tune, the motherfucking in. So what other messages do we have for those tapped in, turned on, tuned in? And what do we have to say? Or let's do it fun in every kind of way. So 1, 2. Although all messages can apply, we're going to choose one, okay, at this time. So which one do you choose? I'm going to go with this one. Okay, so Crimea River, a lot of releasing has taken place. I love that. That's a great space for you to be in, right? So a lot of releasing, a lot of maybe tapping into your hidden emotions or trapped emotions, depression, oppression, right? If you chose this, you're controlling. Dude, do that. Don't be so controlling. Control is done from fear. Release what you cannot control, right? And for those of you that picked this, crossroads, torn between more than one path. That can happen, my friends. Okay. So here we go. What other messages do we have? Oops. Next level commitments. What? Next level commitment. All right. I need more. What worked in the past is no longer working. This is the Crimea the River, right? So here we go. Your crossroads, your path, right? Torn between one path. One of them is leading you to marriage, right? And this one, Crimea River, I need more. What worked in the past is no longer working, right? And so you're releasing that which doesn't serve you anymore, right? And this one here, you're controlling. I want you. There is no desire to be with anyone other than you. So you might be trying to control a certain kind of situation with the outcome of something that you want, maybe in a relationship, or maybe in a friendship, maybe in a partnership or something like that. So release the reins that you have on stuff and know that you're number one in somebody's eyes, and there is no other desire to be with anyone else other than you. Like, you are what they want, right? So on a broader perspective, right, there might be a marriage here, right, that might be or the potential for marriage that might be working through some kinks in their own relationship, and insecurities might be coming up in certain kind of aspects because it's growing pains, right? Especially when you're married to somebody or with someone, you're learning each other, you're growing with each other, you're growing up together in this divine partnership and relationship. So if sometimes things can come up, but just know that no matter what, this person has your back, right? This person has your back, right? So if you're feeling lost and unsure what to do, right? This was for the controlling. You're too good for me. You're always on my mind. This person, yeah. So let go of control and know that They put you on a pedestal, right? And you're always on their mind, right? So yeah, that's for that. And for anybody else too. Let's see. It's too late to apologize. You don't need an apology. The best closure is moving forward on your path. All right, for someone that might need that, right? It's too late to apologize. You don't need an apology, right? So seek higher power for guidance for those that need to receive that. You don't need an apology. The best closure is just moving forward on your path. Seek higher power for guidance, right? A lot of releasing has taken place, Crimea River. All righty. That was deep. That was deep. All right. And so for our final, I like to end with these, right? Because I love these. And that's just that. I like these. What messages do we have for those tapped and turned on to then? Right? Lifesaver, keeping positive, right? So you're keeping positive, right? You are being gifted by the universe. Right? Magic, enchantments, right? Keeping positive, doing that which you have, you're expanding with time, right? And things are working out for you, working on your root chakras too, and your throat chakra as well, right? And being the alchemist, right? And having a vision and expanding that vision, right? Because you're dedicated, right? So keep that which you do hidden, right? From those that people just be nosy, they don't be really caring, right? Right? Especially if it's in regards to your love life, right? Especially if it's in regards to your love life. Keep it to yourself. Keep your love life to yourself. People can't ruin what they don't know. All right? They can try, right? But people can't ruin what they don't know. So just keep it to yourself. They don't need to know, right? Because they're zombie mode, right? And they'll try to take that from you. So definitely, yeah, keep your love life to yourself, right? People can't hurt what they look at. Fertile creation. Wow. For those that can still get pregnant and want to have a baby or and things like that, this is an excellent, and if you become pregnant, keep it to yourself until you're long past the time of where everything is good. Like after 4, like when you start showing. You know what I mean? Like that. Right? Stay strong, right? Because you're strong too. Right? Off with their heads, cutting ties with that zombie. Look at how it landed right there, right? Double take, moody. It could be moody right now too. Fertile, strong, hormonal too, as well. It could be hormones. It could be you're PMSing or on your cycle as well. You know what I mean? Right. But you're in your lane, you're minding your own business, right? That's good. And you're also being generous too. Someone could be generous with you as well, gifting you something too. Yeah, there's a lot of generosity in your energy field. So that's like a nice stream to be in, right? Who needs a man, right? Perfectly imperfect, right? Right. And you could be working on some things too, right? On your own and bettering yourself as well, right? So caution with any kind of red flags with what? With other bitches. Look at that, with other bitches who queen bee, who be hating like a shading. Like that's how I'm reading that, right? Because you're nice. See that? So just caution with the red flags to shady ass bitches. Shady ass bitches that want to be queen bee, and you don't be so nice, right? It's not that not to be so nice, right? Not to be so nice, It's not to be so nice, but be in your own world. Nice in your own world. Because you out of this world. Yeah, seriously. All right. So thank you so much for tapping in, turning on, tuning in. I hope that you enjoyed this. If you have yet to like this video and you watched until this point, this far, que te pica. All right. Definitely like this video. Subscribe to my channel. And until next time, have a great one.